What a sport cricket is. This is a team from Zimbabwe that failed to qualify for the T20 World Cup, and they have beaten the world champions in this format. I know a lot of you will point out this is not the team that India sent. Doesn't matter. It is India that is playing. This is not an A series, B series, C under 19, nothing. This is an international series of India versus Zimbabwe. India have sent their team. They may have decided to rest a few players. It still is the India team. So they are the world champions, and world champions of this format, fresh world champions might I add, have been beaten by a team that failed to even qualify in a 20-team tournament. Those 20 teams also, the Zimbabwe team could not make it after having lost to Uganda, not Rwanda. Okay. And I was actually in the mid innings when we did our show. Apologies for that. Did not even discuss the batting done by the Zimbabwe team because we thought that will be a waste of time because India were going to sail through to a victory. I was going to in fact put a tweet out saying, after the highs of World Cup, what are we seeing?
This is great because
we could still deflect.
No,
just revisit the good times.
See, it is good. Goliath has been felled. Goliath has been felled by David today in Harare, and it again takes me back to that World Cup qualifier. Same vibe, same atmosphere. Chatara bowling, 1 wicket left against the West Indies. The wicket falls and Harare erupts in joy.
Takes you back because I can't remember that. Okay.
The World Cup qualifiers.
And majority of nobody. You're saying takes us back as if you're talking about the final of the 1983 World Cup or final of the 2011 World Cup final.
Discussed
that most people remember. But yours takes you back to this World Cup qualifier where Chatara was bowling to Patara or whatever was happening.
You know why?
And nobody remembers
Twin Towers and what not he's been saying for last 1 year.
I spoke with a guy who's a champion of the Associate Nations.
He calls them Twin Towers.
No, Sikandar Raza is one of the ultimate guys who fights for the cause of the Associate Nations.
Well, he doesn't have a choice. He is playing for Associate Nations. So he is going to fight for them.
Of course.
The story would have been had he been playing for a big team and fighting for the cause of Associate Nations.
Which he is.
He's not. He's playing for a...
Pakistan are doing.
Even India are doing. India and Pakistan are the most, other teams that have toured Zimbabwe the most.
Achha, tell us about, for those of our viewers who haven't watched a Sikandar Raza interview. Now Sikandar Raza is going to be the toast of the town. He'll probably be the word or the name that will trend. What can they expect? What did he tell you? What is it that they can expect to listen in that interview?
Have you messaged him?
They might tune in then.
Did you message him? Congratulate.
I haven't messaged him, but... See, when I first asked him the question, you're going to face world champions India, Zimbabwe, I know they have not had a good run. What are your chances? I honestly asked him that. He said, yeah, they deserve to be the world champions, but it's a fresh start. You're all coming here, it's a fresh game, it's a first game of the series. You're all starting on zero. And we pushed India in the previous 2 series and we can beat them. We can beat them. That was the confidence with which he stated. And they have lived up to it.
Yeah, but looking where India were at halfway stage. By the way, I don't see this, pitch as being the reason why this sort of a game has happened. Or maybe I'm saying it after having seen the more infamous pitches in New York and Guyana and various other places that I just visited. After that, this seemed like a dream pitch to play on. But India are going to rue the fact, going back into the game, 90 for 9 Zimbabwe were, now in hindsight, because at that time they had that partnership which took them to 115.
Yes.
They added over 25 runs. Now in the larger scheme of things, when you're looking at the larger picture, those 25 odd runs that have been there added by the end to batter.
Clive Madande and Tendai Chatara.
So 90 for 9.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. The runs that they added there at the end, that is 25 runs, in the larger scheme of things look like a massive difference because India went past that. They are 102 and of course they reached that 102 obviously because of the pressure that was there at the end where Washington Sundar refused to take any singles. But I'm saying even after the disastrous show that India had, maybe about 105, 110 could have been
Yeah.
easily chased. But those 25 runs contributed by the last wicket pair of Chatara, who remained on
Zero.
zero.
The most valuable zero.
Yeah, but he gave Madande that that partnership
Yes.
to be at the other end, which allowed him to get those 29 runs.
Yep. And you can also blame one more factor here that contributed India's downfall. Sid Gulati's Kali Jawan.
What did I say?
Rinku Singh! Oh my god! 89 average,
but-
180 strike rate.
9 of the batters.
Huh? Oh, of course, but he hyped up Rinku Singh the most.
He specifically had to pinpoint me, because he has nothing to say.
Of course.
So yeah, he
you
had to
jinxed
do
it.
it. Yeah,
of course.
yeah,
See,
obviously.
today, can you think of 026? Is there any pin code?
0-7.
026, no?
Why are you leaving 7? Because it's a birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dash for
Oh, Abhishek Sharma, 0. Riyan Parag, 2. Okay, Dhruv Jurel, 7. 0 to 7. Those
Okay,
three debutants
why
today.
have you left
Okay,
out-
let's just get to
He's,
one point.
he's cherry picking. You
No, the
left
three
out-
debutants.
Acha.
Rituraj has played. He scored a century against Australia, yeah. He's failed against Zimbabwe, but that's okay. 027. What is the pin code? Is there any pin code in India that corresponds to that? Because they seem to be playing like that. 027
Pin code.
pin code.
Oh, must be.
See, I can't.
300 pin code. No.
Yeah, 011.
क्या 080 Bangalore, 011 Delhi, 022 Mumbai,
011 is Delhi. Yeah,
044 Hyderabad, 033
That will
Kolkata.
just be for the entire thing, no?
No,
But
he's
yeah.
asking that only. Which city has that?
What city?
Delhi has 011.
011. Because see, I can't use the
Like
phone
that.
book analogy, na. That was there in that other match, which it was like 01765.
You can have a landline number if you want.
What landline number? 072069000.
Yeah, there can be.
ये किस जमाने का लैंडलाइन है?
8 digit तो होते हैं ना.
No. Because your debutants failed you miserably
Absolutely.
today. 027.
And they weren't those good deliveries for sure.
Oh, I mean,
They were terrible shots.
okay, see, Avesh Khan thought he was Bradman. He hit a full toss and he thought, oh, I should have cleared the rope.
But why even ask questions of the tail, yeah? 120, 25, whatever you were chasing, you had 22, you had to be winning, simple as 116.
You were 61 for 7 in a chase of
If
150.
there's any answers over here, that has to come from the batters, not the bowlers.
Absolutely.
Even regardless of that last partnership also of 25 odd runs that took place, it is the batter's responsibility to score these many runs. Run a ball and you would have won the match.
You took 2 overs to score 4 runs. You're already having a run rate of over 6
Looking
required.
at
rate.
those shots, you just took the opposition for granted. I thought the homework was done very little.
Yep.
Sikandar Raza finally was made to look like a Sunil Narayan, who he sarcastically compared with.
He had the blessing of a Muzarabani also, one of the twin towers in the Zimbabwe team. I mean, this term of twin tower that you're keeping on telling me now, that why am I saying about it? It was coined by none other than Ian Raphael Bishop. Oh, one of the twin towers has struck. Muzarabani and Ngarwa, or Garwa. Whatever way you want to pronounce it.
Gabra.
Haibara, that's what you said, na? Said,
No, I'm not going to say anything now.
I
Then
know.
you will say,
If he
it's
says
because of
something,
Gulati.
he will jinx it again.
Yeah,
I know.
Then again, there'll be a new name.
Okay, let's get back to the game.
Yeah.
Few things. I mean, one, as I said, the pitch. Don't see there were any demons, so that doesn't in any way justify India not being able to chase the target of 116 that they had to. You can argue that it's a young batting lineup, but even then, I don't think it is justified for even your debutants or the ones that have played, because we argue that IPL is the best league in the world. They play there against the best bowlers. A lot of them have played India 8 tours. Some of them have, Dhruv has played test level cricket, has looked very mature there. Ruturaj Gaikwad has played enough international cricket. So he's there. There is a Shubman Gill. So I'm just looking at Rinku Singh. You could do no wrong. And just a short while ago, we were arguing that India made a big mistake by not picking him in that World Cup 15. I'm still not saying that, this is in a way telling you that, see, there was a reason you didn't pick them. I'm not saying that. It's just one game. But with the experience that you've had playing the IPL and India A tours and international cricket, whatever that is, this is not something that was expected. And probably the only silver lining that I see from here is the fact that you decided to send a young team to Zimbabwe. The only good thing there is that it will give them the required experience that they need to make them realize that, boss, whatever said and done, this is international cricket. And there is a way to play international cricket. You are chasing a low total. At no stage can you take things for granted. And bowlers on a given day who've played enough of international cricket can trouble you. I hope that this is a lesson that is served, because a lot of these players could have been playing far more crucial games for India at the World Cup or various other places, and those are places where you can't afford to be batting with this attitude. Again, not for once am I taking credit away from the Zimbabwe bowlers, but the shots that they had and the game sense that they displayed left a lot to be desired. So I guess it's a lesson, and maybe these are one of those, a few of those games that you can afford to lose and learn those lessons. So if this is indeed a way to take those lessons, then probably a good series for India to do that. Because as an Indian fan, I wouldn't want them to be learning these lessons on much crucial days that it could have been. But again, Riyan Parag, Rinku Singh, okay, he's played enough international cricket, knows how to finish it. What that shot out of no play, you didn't need to. So as much as I love the new age approach that Indian cricket is trying to reach to, of being all aggressive, all out T20 cricket, which is good, fearless T20 cricket, which is good, carry that attitude, but also please carry some amount of game sense. Understand where you're playing, what is it that the target you're chasing, and how to negotiate that. So still a bit of a gap, and let's not celebrate too early that, oh, look at India, too much. And after we became world champions, I heard from many people, many well-known people also, India can field 2 teams, 3 teams, T20. This is your effectively not even third team. This is your A team.
A team, yes.
Right?
Yes.
If India is the main team, this is your A team.
Yeah.
Your A team has today been shown the mirror by a team that did not qualify.
Yep. And that too for what? A Uganda side that didn't even cross 100 in any of the games.
So, which tells you that they were inferior to that team.
One bad game they had.
So that team is now showing you up, because see why I'm saying this is your future, right? This is your T20 future. In fact, dare I say, this is your T20 present.
Yep.
Because 3 of your players have already bid goodbye. And so this is going to be your team. Of course, you will add Jasprit Bumrah and
Surya Kumar,
Akshay Kumar, all of that, Akshar Patel.
45% maybe.
Yeah, but so this is what it is, right?
But still
a significant
that's not to
majority.
absolve this present squad of the blame that they rightly sort of will be copping up now for losing this match. 116 runs, no Indian side, even a C side probably should be getting there. You add the number of matches, again, we'll have to do the math, maybe you add the number of IPL matches that all of these guys have played. I doubt if even half of those have been played by the Zimbabwe.
I mean, look, on experience also, you consider the IPL to be the gold standard, isn't it? Everybody's played more than about 7,500 games. I'm pretty much sure about that.
And even in, I think, IPL and Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy combined, all of them must have played, I think, close to more than 50 to 60 matches each.
Exactly.
For sure.
So, in every way, the Zimbabwe team is behind as far as experience, skill, pressure, all that is concerned. Yet they have come out on top.
I would not even justify this batting lineup. Again, taking nothing away from the Zimbabwe bowling lineup. But if this Indian batting team were chasing 115 versus Jasprit Bumrah also, even then I wouldn't have justified. And I'm talking about Jasprit Bumrah, the gold standard. Even against Jasprit Bumrah and co, I would want this India, if there was an exhibition match, this batting lineup, and you've got Jasprit Bumrah in that team, and Arshdeep and Kuldeep and whatever on top of their game, even then this team on this pitch should have been odds-on favourite to chase it down. And you were clearly not up against Jasprit Bumrah. Again, not taking away from your twin, triple, whatever towers.
The Twin Towers.
and Sunil, Sikandar,
And
Raza,
Zimbabwe's
Naresh.
goalie. And
Whatever.
Zimbabwe's goalie.
Everything put together. Still, no justification for
Only one.
what
like
has
this.
happened.
So that's, I mean, look, this is the bowling. See how many IPL matches has the entire Zimbabwe team played?
How many
Less
players
than-
are
less than
featured?
five.
Only Sikandar Raza
Less
has
than
played.
five.
Less than 5.
Yeah.
Muzrabani was a net bowler for Lucknow Super Giants. Chatara has never played. And look at the others. 4 guys, if I'm not mistaken, in this team made their debuts in the previous series versus Bangladesh. So how
And 2 are coming back after ban.
Yeah, one is Wesley Madavere and Innocent. No, not Innocent
Innocent
Kaya.
And 2 of their experienced players are missing.
Yeah.
One of
Sean
whom-
Irwin's
retired.
Irwin and
Irwin
Williams
is out.
Yep. All of them. So everything had to be stacked against Zimbabwe. But again, I think Sikandar Raza, he's gotten better as a captain, both with the bat and the ball. I mean, you compare his average prior as captain, he was in the mid-20s with the bat. Now he's over 30. With a strike rate also in excess of 130. With the ball, he's delivering those knockout blows. Yeah, in crunch situations, is it any coincidence that if the score is low, Zimbabwe put in their best performance? Look at the game in 2022, Optus.
Yes.
They defended 130 versus Pakistan by 1 run. You check India's 2 previous losses prior to this.
Yeah, I was just looking.
Both were low scoring.
10 runs.
West Indies also in the 2022 T20 World Cup.
No,
I'm not
Zimbabwe, yes, they
Yes,
did.
they did.
The
And it was
victory
a
margin
low-scoring
is
game
in
again.
both those matches is that 10 runs and 3 runs.
3 runs. And also a target not in excess of 140. I don't think it was.
Harare anyway has been a low scoring venue.
Exactly.
It has. It has always helped.
Spinners more.
No, fast bowlers. This is the place, if I'm not mistaken.
I was looking at the numbers. Last 10 odd matches though.
No, I'm not saying 10. I'm talking about traditionally. This used to be the venue where the ball would fly. Isn't this the venue where Bond picked up 7 wickets against
6
India?
wickets, 6 for
6 or
19.
7.
Yes. India were reduced to 44 for 6.
Yeah. So this was a
Talking about the
venue.
tri-series.
India,
Yeah,
Zimbabwe, New Zealand.
This is a venue where the ball really
I
flies.
mean, India never won in Harare until 2005. There was a reason why they
Both
struggled.
those losses have come here only.
Yeah, I'm talking about
And
tests.
this one being the third.
I'm talking about tests. In fact, you started winning only from 2005 when 90% of the Zimbabwe A side were totally decimated.
But then where did India defeat Zimbabwe in the 2003 World Cup? Was it Bulawayo?
Yes, it was Bulawayo.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was in Bulawayo, Queen's
Okay,
Club.
okay.
So that's why you in 2001, you won the first test in Bulawayo. But then Ashish Nehra conspired to run on the danger area of the pitch. He couldn't bowl, and that's why they lost in Harare. Harare, along with Bridgetown prior to this and Wellington, have been India's ultimate bogey venues.
But then I think coming back to this match, obviously a very forgettable performance for the Indian cricket team, and obviously they have a very short turnaround time for the second T20. Personally, I don't think that they would make any changes. But then, what do you think?
What do you mean? See, this is not panic stations, definitely.
Yeah,
Even if
obviously.
India is 2-0 down, they will find a way to make it 3-2 and they'll have the boasting rights against Zimbabwe. But see, this loss, I'm telling you, it's like the game of cricket itself, a great leveler, like what Nikhil said. I mean, you are world champions just about 1 week ago. And
Do
now,
you think that has played a role in India? The celebrations, the hangover of being world champions. I know that these players weren't involved, but just the whole
intensity wise, I think they were low. I don't think they practiced, they were getting acclimatized to the conditions. That's what Shubman Gill has stated in the pre-match press conference. But I think the intensity wasn't there.
I think it's more about shot selection. That's about
But somehow or the other, and this is a common theme with India going to Zimbabwe, for the longest time, India would go to Zimbabwe knowing fully well that you'll win, but this is a country that has always surprised you. In Test series as well, you have suffered. So, the one other thing is conditions as well.
Yeah.
They as I said, this wasn't a tough pitch, but these are alien conditions, and that always plays out. So a majority of your players wouldn't have had these are like South Africa like conditions that are on offer, and majority of your players don't have that kind of experience. But then that's where I'm saying the temperament comes in. If I was if you had a young Virat Kohli batting here today, I don't think he would make these kind of mistakes. Even though I'm not talking about the current Virat Kohli who's played across the globe, who now knows every condition in the back of his hand. But you know that a top level batter, and if you are a top level batter, and when you're playing in conditions which are alien to you, you will find a way to cross the line, work around your abilities, work around your strengths, and limit damage. And find a way, which is why I'm saying that for all of us who consider this as the future of Indian cricket, I'm not reading into just one result, but I'm saying it tells you a lot about the temperament of some of these players. Will they have that? Will they change it with time to come? I hope they do. But just the sign isn't.
I think it's just a blip. These are all, and we know that all these players, all of them, all 11 of them, we've seen so much better from all of them with the ball, with the bat, everything.
Different conditions are shit. See, that's what I'm trying to say. A smart player would on a given day. Say, that's why I gave an example of a Virat. Whatever a young player.
Today I think it was about the mind.
That's what I'm trying to say. That is So that's what I'm saying.
Intensity, temperament.
Winning or losing is not an issue. On a given day you will win, on a given day you will lose. That's not an issue. But I'm saying why is it that we were praising Dhruv Jurel for the test match? Did he?
The temperament issue.
Yes, exactly my point. So sometime when you see two young players playing, and you take a very big call on a young player instantly. For example, I was just listening to a story very recently, Waqar Yunus, that went viral, where how he got picked, and he said Imran was that game that he played. Imran was unwell, and he played that game and he got hammered everywhere. But it was his temperament and how he was handling when he was getting hammered that he thought he'll never play again. But Imran saw it and came and said, "No, you're going to UAE with us to play a match." So there's a temperament. I'm saying sometimes.
Where he was just told to focus on his speed.
No,
Story,
that's
right?
later. No. He played a domestic game in Pakistan.
Yeah.
And Imran did not play that game. He was unwell. He saw it on TV. And he said, that game, I got hammered to all parts of the ground. And he said, I am never getting a chance to play for Pakistan again. He says, Imran came to the ground after the game was done, put a hand around his shoulder and said, you're playing, and he replaced me with a bowler, I forget his name, who had done well in the game. And he said, he got dropped for the Pakistan team that was going to Sharjah to play, and I got picked. I said, from the life of me, could not understand what is it that he saw in me. I got hammered everywhere. But obviously, he saw some sort of a temperament or capability. So, this is not passing a judgment on any of them. They've done well, but all you've seen them is when you play for IPL, when you play on conditions that you're familiar with, and you play that. Your test of your character is always when you're playing in alien conditions and you're up against it and the team around you is not functioning. That's where the test of your character is, and you say, okay, who's the one who put his hand up? And sometime you can change your game, but the temperament is always, to change that is very tough. So why some people, in 2-3 games you can say, ये लंबी रेस का घोड़ा है, ये बहुत आगे जाएगा. 2-3 you can say he has all the talent, but I think he will struggle based on 2 or 3 matches like that.
Let's say once you saw Virat in Hobart, you knew there was something special in him.
Yeah.
Not every player could pull that off. You needed that mindset.
So why I'm saying, why is a Shubman, today he should have finished the game, but he still kind of stands out in that batting lineup even today, right? He's got to a 31 of 29 deliveries and then gets out to a good ball, but he's standing out there. I don't think at any point that you can fault him for not trying. Maybe he understood the situation better than everyone else.
Yeah.
If everyone had understood that situation, this would have been a different
Would
game.
have been different, yeah.
Look at it. All Riyan Parag, bad shot. Rituraj, bad shot. Rinku, bad shot. Jurel, I don't know. I think he was still stuck in test mode, but bad shot.
Yeah.
Ravi Bishnoi tried too many things, but then...
I'm not looking at a Bishnoi, Avesh, Mukesh, Khalil. Your batting was done. This is not your team.
7 batters, the risk of playing...
There's no Akshar, Jadeja and Hardik too. This is done.
Yeah. The risk of playing 7 batters. Yeah. Now once...
but even then, with this total, you should ideally be targeting, just 4, 5th batter should not even come to the crease.
Correct. Absolutely.
What can you say? Abhishek Sharma, the shot that he played.
But-
in an IPL, he could have deposited into the second tier.
But sir, this is where you test the temperament.
Yeah.
If you are on a pata and you are the batter who hits through the line, you are scoring that great. But you will have to have multiple facets to your game. You cannot, for again, not passing a judgment on him. You know, next few games he could do things completely differently, but for that he'll need to realize that he needs to do certain things differently.
I mean, see, in one of our fans only pointed it out that Abhishek Sharma was SRH's Surya Kumar Yadav. Good only in his home condition, bad away. Now here he's finding it out. He's already found out in this first game itself. Like, international cricket is not easy.
But which is why I'm saying it's a great series. Let it be in tough conditions, because you can then really differentiate between the true true India materials and the wannabes or the pretenders. There will be pretenders in that.
Or should we be saying hopefuls?
No, pretenders. I mean, there's some who are pretending that they can be that level, but you will find out. Some are made for that level. And maybe this series will tell us. So not one game, but this series will tell us. So, and that also maybe make us realize that we need to see IPL games with a pinch of salt also.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, in your home condition, that's bread and butter. You've grown up as a kid of 10-year, 12-year-old, you started playing in those conditions, you got used to it. So then that tells you whether you have that one-dimensional game, that on these conditions, see through the line, hit through the line, or do you have other dimensions to your game where you can adapt in tougher situations? That I think you'll be able to differentiate.
Yeah, इस clip को save करो, because take IPL with a pinch of salt. I've been crying it hoarse for years and years and years. Take IPL with a pinch of salt. This IPL was an even bigger.
But you were also crying, don't take Rohit and Virat to the World
course.
T20. They went there and they won.
By luck.
Of
course. That's discrediting. No.
That is.
I am saying positively.
Wait a second. Tell me a team in any sport that has won a trophy and has not had an element of luck, and I will never come and sit with you. Can't tell me any team that you pick in any sport that has won.
Australia 2003, Australia 2007.
There would be Hazard moments that I can pick out in the game.
Okay.
Where they would
There was not a single iota of luck associated. They were
Nikhil.
clinical.
Oh, please. There
3-7.
can never be a situation that a team does not get. There can be a wicket, there can be a dropped catch, there could be hazard things that turn it around. On a given day, any game can change. There is no team that can win a title.
I'll tell you one thing, okay? I'll tell you one thing.
What Nikhil is saying, 99.99% of the cases, what he is saying is absolutely right. You always need a bit of luck in any sport.
Any team.
Any team. But
Argentina won the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah.
That was clear luck. Absolute luck.
It was.
But can I tell you one thing? If France would have also won it, they would have been elemental luck.
Yeah.
So then that way,
France won by luck yesterday night.
Of course.
I'm just saying anything.
Who's denying that?
Anybody who wins a tournament, no team can. And by the way, also let me tell you that this whole thing, this is a larger point. This thing about luck and all, I think eventually you win by the way you play. There is never, and that luck, by the way, evens out. In any tournament, if you pick out 10 games, there will be teams that will have moments where things have gone in their favor. It will have moments where things have gone in the other team's favor. 50-50 things here and there. It always.
For India, there were 4 instances.
The only tournament that I can remember where the team did not really had to rely on luck to win the tournament was Australia in 2007 50 over World Cup. There was only one game where they were pushed to the limit by South Africa in Super 8. Rest, they were complete performances.
Yeah.
That's the only World Cup I can remember.
No. But
rest, what he's saying is
absolutely
no. All I'm saying is even in World Cup like that. See, luck is also what happens to other teams as well. The tournament, the way it panned out, how India and Pakistan got eliminated, it would be a different thing. So all I'm saying is, in a tournament for you to win, many things have to come into place. How that final happened, it started raining, right? And then it turned into a fast. You never know. Toss was different. Sri Lanka batted first. Elements have to work in your favor. Nothing can come. But eventually, a team wins a tournament because of the kind of sport, cricket or football or whatever thing, the way they play. So each team, it's very sad for you to credit any team that it's one on luck.
It is. See, because look, 4 instances were there which helped India. 119, you had no business winning against Pakistan, but Pakistan being Pakistan, they decided to, okay, we'll shoot our own foot, okay.
But was that skill or was that luck or was that temperament? Exactly.
50% skill, 50%
What
luck.
was the luck attached to that?
Pakistan, for their batting, had no business losing in 120 for the style of batting.
That
but then
was
Siddharth,
okay, but
then
what
so-
about India's
So that is
bowling?
luck.
I
That
would
is the
say
luck factor. Okay, against South Africa, let me repeat. Wind went against them. An injury timeout to Rishabh Pant.
I would say that was a tactical time.
Whatever, but that was luck. Who would have bet on that?
Arey Baba,
Okay,
had that ball gone
Nikhil,
for 6, the first
and
ball-
Nikhil's asking me dominance of any sport.
Yeah.
All Blacks rugby 1987
Yeah,
World
I
Cup.
don't know. There must be. I don't follow that sport. I'm sure there will
Okay,
be
for
some,
cricket, for elitists like us, cricket. West Indies
I'll
75,
see
79.
again. That's a different debate. I'm saying you're doing a disservice by putting and saying India won on luck. Please,
But
Yeah, it's
every
not that.
total.
Absolutely.
That's
No,
not
no,
even.
no.
that's not
Yeah.
even
Siddharth, see,
reality.
there's nothing wrong. You and I are both on the same page. See,
Yes.
remember we made
So-
15s and whatnot. Yes, everyone sitting in this room said 4 months back, you were looking forward. Don't look at the seniors pros now. All of that is gone, done and dusted. They've delivered. There's
Until 50 of 48, we were all cursing Virat Kohli. He only redeemed himself 26 of 11 in the final back.
Agreed. That also nobody is going to back down on that. Nobody is going to back down on that either.
Yeah, you won because of certain luck factors. It's not negative.
But it is a component. It's a component of a team. It's a component of a game.
Yep.
So what's wrong in that?
You have won India's 4 ICC wins this
There are
century.
teams being denied goals these days because of millimeters of offside and whatnot.
New Zealand should complain in 2019. Obviously, they should know. They should know.
Exactly. So
4 wins of India have come out of sheer luck.
that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
so
fine.
it's not a negative thing, it's a positive thing.
4 wins of India come. I mean, any team, as I said, any match that you play, there will be elements that are, which you can consider lucky, or the elements that go against you also. It evens out. To say that India won the World Cup on luck, I think that's a very
Yeah.
I mean,
it can't just be attributed to luck. No.
I didn't say it was just luck.
Then you're taking away, you're taking away the brilliance of a Jasprit Bumrah then from this.
I
You're
said
taking away the brilliance of a
luck
Hardik
was
Pandya.
one of the factors. Luck was
But
one of
as
the
I
factors.
said, luck is the
Always a
factor
factor.
for every team.
It
to
wasn't
win a
clinical.
tournament. No team can win a tournament then without.
Look at France. I won't be surprised. They've huffed and puffed their way into the semi-final. There was an own goal that they needed to get across the line once. Then they needed penalty shootout. They've not scored a goal from open play. I won't be surprised if they go on and win
I just wanna say one
the
thing.
championship.
You should, because I traveled and I met. We also need to learn to appreciate our teams. You don't know how lucky you are to have the team that you are. When you speak to other fans, now I met West Indian fans, I met English fans, okay, I met South African fans, all the other neutral fans, and how envious they are of the kind of team that you produce. And here we are saying that we won because of luck. The thing is that you played the best cricket, you were the best team, and you won the tournament. Even if on those occasions, if we do not recognize that, then everything that India has done ever in cricket is luck only. 83
Yes.
World Cup also you won luck.
Of
Ki
course.
Ho gaya.
Catch
Yeah,
gayi.
but
Yeah.
no, but that's not luck. That's not luck. You create pressure. That's what sport is. So if you get a opposition batter out with some fine catch, that is luck. But the other team, if they get somebody out, it's our failure. You are not saying South Africa were lucky that India were 3 down. How they were so
South
lucky.
Africa and luck.
No, I'm just saying.
Let's not get started on that.
But I'm just saying, will you say that? You don't say, if India were 3 down for 34, are you saying it by luck? No, South Africa picked those 3 wickets.
Yeah.
Was it down to luck? But you will, that's what I'm saying, you will say, that was lucky. I'm telling you, I'm just reversing that. You would have said, it's luck. On other day, that Surya Kumar Yadav would have been a 6.
We're
lucky he was there in the.
No, so that's
we
the
caught
thing.
him out.
You're treading on the road of discrediting the team.
No way. See, this is the thing. I don't know.
No.
I don't know why.
I will take it. I will
Indian
take it that
psyche-
yes, we were proven wrong, and that's fine.
I was glad. I also mentioned it.
But I will not go ahead and say you won because
I
of
don't
luck.
know why it is with the Indian psyche. Why is it with all of us Indians that we associate food and luck with negativity? Yeah?
With
No,
Negativity.
I'm not.
Luck, I said in a very positive way. This team didn't have the luck today in Harare, but in Barbados, you are blessed with abundant amount of luck.
No,
and that's why you won.
Siddharth was
They
watching
were-
some other match.
they
Oh,
were-
come on, yeah. Now it is not, you can't brush that under the carpet just like that. It is
Luck would, I'll tell you what. You know what the luck was in Adelaide when Virat signaled and you got that no ball. I'll tell you that was luck.
Of course.
That was luck.
Of course.
That because they were touch and go. On another day, you probably wouldn't have gotten that no ball.
But again,
that was luck.
Now that will be a separate fan base that will say, no, you're wrong. That can't be luck. He had a death stare and a death stare worked. Simple.
Yeah, there are lots of other decisions that go the other team's way.
Yeah.
Eventually, as I said, evens out. So it's unfair to call any team that they won on luck. I think it's very unfair. You get things go your way, things go against you in a tournament eventually. If not a match, in a tournament, everything
Evens out. Yeah.
Eventually, the best team of the tournament are champions.
Except
It's as
England
simple as
2019.
that. Best team of the tournament are champions. Done and dusted. Anyway, let's go. Lots of questions. Let's start.
Ganesh is saying, young team, T20 World Cup, last ICC trophy, still be 2013 CT. Googly. I can't make sense. He did a Ravi
It's
Bishnoi.
simple. He's saying the last young team to win an ICC trophy will be the 2013
Yeah.
Champions Trophy.
Because Rohit was still,
So what he's
getting
trying to
into
say
form,
is
and
that
Dhawan-
see, the young team has been shown out. So you need effectively always for people keep saying send a young team for this World Cup, but you need an experienced team to go. So the last young team that really did win a trophy.
Or maybe what he means here is that if a young team would have gone for the T20 World Cup this time, then the India's last ICC trophy would still have been.
maybe
Same
that
thing.
too.
That
Same
could be
thing.
the case. Yeah.
See,
Same thing
young-
I'm saying. That don't always be like young.
Yeah.
They will not give you.
See,
They've sent a young team.
young or old, last after you win an ICC
That's exactly
event,
what he's saying.
Yeah, young or old, even if you win an ICC event, the follow-up of that has been disastrous.
Basically, he's saying this game is telling you that if you had sent a young team, your last trophy still would have
Still would have been 2013.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay.
See,
that-
but eventually it is proven to be true that your two senior players did play a crucial role in the tournament.
They did.
So
They did.
if you had an Abhishek Sharma for a Virat Kohli opening,
We didn't keep an
I'm just
Yashasvi.
I'm
Yeah,
just
Yashasvi.
giving
We wanted like
examples.
Yashasvi and
Who
Shubman.
knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Or you would have had Hardik as captain for Rohit and him sitting out. Maybe the tournament would have been different.
We are treading into hindsight expert territory now. Tanmay Joshi, Nick sir, Zimbabwe is not an association. Absolutely. They are
I
not.
know they got their test status in 1992. The first test match was India and Zimbabwe.
And Sanjay Manchekar played out a boring knock.
Played out at the Harare Sports Club. I know all of that. I have travelled to Zimbabwe. I have covered games in that ground. My point was a team that is looking like an associate, not even qualified in a 20-team tournament. That's what I was trying to get to, Tanmay.
Yeah, Zimbabwe.
भावनाओं को समझो तुम. I know.
Zimbabwe have not qualified for the last two ICC events here. They didn't qualify for ODI World Cup. They didn't qualify for the T20
Pranit
World Cup.
Datta has a comment that let's not be harsh.
Wait, let him finish. Yaar. Why are you guys in a hurry? Go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
I'm done. Zimbabwe anyway.
Acha, I thought he was
I
done.
thought
that's
you
why
were
I-
saying. Go.
Okay, I cannot interrupt him ever. Yeah.
Don't interrupt.
You
anyone.
can only bring Rinku Singh down.
He can interrupt to everyone. He's allowed to do it.
But are you allowing him to do that?
No.
That's an interesting story. I'll tell you after we're done.
Tell me.
Okay, Pranit Datta has a comment.
Was he there that day when I was giving feedback? Was he on the show when I was joining you guys and giving you feedback?
Which match?
I can't remember which match. Where I told you that I got so many comments on social media, but everyone's telling me that that you're not. Was he there?
No.
He wasn't there.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I can remember. I can
He
remember.
wasn't there.
I'm not sure whether he was there, but I can remember.
Was it India,
that
Australia?
show. No.
Was he there?
He wasn't there. That's for sure. Because
So
I remember he was.
Then I got so many messages on social media.
Yeah, it was India Australia. It was Monday, and
can't
Siddharth was
remember.
on.
So I can't remember because I could not see you guys.
Yeah.
So I gave.
Yeah, that's the same show.
When I was there on social media, so many people sent me saying that Siddharth is been bullying everyone on
Yes,
shows,
you said that.
not
You said
letting
that.
anybody
Yes.
speak. Since you are not there, he is. Please tell him not to bully. So I was like, Siddharth is bullying.
No,
so I
no,
told
no.
them.
Yeah.
I told them. I thought you were there on the show that time.
No, he was not.
I wasn't there.
A lot of people, not one, multiple people.
No, he was kind to me actually, a newbie like me. Yeah.
He was kind to you.
Yeah,
Didn't bully you.
absolutely. No, he allowed me to speak.
No, he's doing a reverse jinx. He's actually the one who's the bully.
No, he is my debate partner. I have to.
Just be honest, he makes scared, that's why.
You're not getting the right end of the stick this time, Gulati.
Do I care? Okay, Pranit, that has a comment. Okay, let's just move on. Let's not be harsh. It's their first game. Gill, Ruturaj, Rinku should have taken more responsibility. Absolutely, they should have shown some temperament, like Gill obviously showed with his 30 odd. Plus Jaiswal, Samson still to come. Yeah, they're going to be back for the last 3 T20s. But then I think these youngsters. Maybe like a Ruturaj obviously, and then in case of I think maybe Avesh and all, they'll also get those couple of more chances before we head to the 3rd and 4th T20s.
But my point is, have we already reached a stage where we are saying no, arey wait, Jaiswal and Samson? The point of the matter is you're playing a Zimbabwe team that has not even qualified for the T20 World Cup. These are the next in line, not even like C, D, next in line. Wouldn't you expect them to be the team or see the difference in exposure, see the difference in facilities available, see the difference in the level of cricket that all of them are playing? There's a big gap. So if that is the situation, would you not want this team of whatever you have to be winning these games easily? You cannot be in a situation where you're saying, oh, you know what, we're going to be waiting for a so-and-so to come.
But from a casual fan's perspective, I think that is still, one of the statements that they can always make. We might not agree with it, but they can still have a comment. From our perspective, obviously, it's one of the teams.
I'm not saying why he gave a comment. I'm giving my opinion. He's put that comment for my opinion to come.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Am I saying don't send a question like that?
No.
So I'm giving, he sent a question, I'm not for once saying that, but my point is, why should we, my answer is to his comment. You are allowed to answer to what you want to say, he's allowed to answer to what he wants to say, but I'm allowed to answer. I cannot be that I will not answer and I have to be in agreement with what he said.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not the thing. So he's allowed to do it, but I'm saying we in Indian cricket, if you want the benefit, at least I see it like that, maybe Siddharth sees it differently, Pranit sees it, and you're all allowed to see it differently. My point is, as an Indian cricket fan, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm waiting for a Jaiswal or a Samson to come and save this team.
Yep.
I want, boss, this team is good enough, you're playing a Zimbabwe, please win me games. Yeah, Jaiswal and Samsung will make this team only stronger.
Yes.
But why be in the situation? Why don't these guys do it for us? Yeah. And again, by the way, just to larger thing, for all you know, this is just, and not all you know, this is just one game. This very team without Jaiswal and Samsung could very well hammer Zimbabwe the next game.
Yep.
And I hope that they do, because I am relying on them to take Indian cricket to the next level. So Jaiswal, Samsung can come. Also, look at Jaiswal, but look at Samsung, right? He's also not getting any younger. If I'm looking at the future of Indian cricket, should I be relying on a Samsung? No, I want these guys, man. Come on. Rinku, Ruturaj, Gill.
Yep.
Give me wins.
Basically, the point for Pranit here is that even if the team doesn't have Jaiswal or Samson, they can still win without them. That is the point.
Yeah,
you don't really have to rely on them.
But his point is not that. His point is relax. Jaiswal and Samson,
they'll come and things will be fine.
I don't want that. That's what I'm saying. That's where I disagree with him. Why? I agree with the point that he's making, factually correct. But why even be in a
look
situation?
at that perspective. Okay, they are not here. That's why India lost.
Why?
Okay,
so what?
That's fine.
These guys can do it. Yeah.
Demon Slayer fan is saying this was not complete youngsters squad. Jaiswal was not here. He would have showed how to play.
But same thing.
Same point.
Yeah,
Same point.
But say why you're right. Factually, Demon Slayer, you are slaying a few demons. But why not this team, yeah? These are weren't we all asking for these guys to be there in the Indian T20 squad?
Yeah.
I'm not weren't there enough people even in our comment section who are even pushing for a Rehan Parak to be there?
Yeah, they were.
Take him in the World Cup. Rinku, though, I'll have to agree, all of us were in
They picked
agreement.
him, yes. Yes.
Gill, all of us thought very unlucky to have missed out, right? So it's pretty much the team that was a alternate 11 for a lot of us, or an alternate team for the World Cup for a lot of us. But
Yep.
see what's turned out. So,
Sharan Vinakota to you.
okay, bhai, good to see you. Anybody can answer why India A tours are not happening so consistently nowadays. What is the reason? But Sharana, actually, I've seen it increase. There have been a few, just that you did not get a. See again, what is the benchmark that we are looking at? I mean, was there really a phase in time where a lot of A tours were happening? I believe that there is a shadow tour that is even going to be happening for the Australians.
India A is going to
Yeah.
tour.
But
yeah.
since COVID, the A tours have lessened.
Correct.
That
correct.
is the point.
That may happen.
In the
Yeah.
South Africa series
Yes.
also, there
No,
was
but
an
then
India
they go-
tour. There was an India tour in South
correct. I
Africa.
remember where Umran and all had
Yes.
Yes.
Umran and all had gone. They
gone.
were
That was
playing in
after
Bloemfontein.
COVID. That was after COVID.
Yeah, just after the World Cup of 2023,
But the
there was an
number
India
of tours have lessened since COVID. That's the point. Before that, there were, tours happening on a frequent basis.
with Rahul Dravid at the helm
Yes.
in under 19 and
Even
the
the
A
likes of Rishabh Pant, they did well there, and that's how they made
So
it.
you've got an A tour
name.
coming up. Although India are going to play Australia
Yes,
in the
yes,
BGT.
yes.
Just
And
before
we
the
can
BGT.
expect a lot of, I think, test probables to feature in that.
Yep. If team, Dhairya saying, if this team played in USA, I doubt they could have even crossed 30. No, yaar, that is very harsh. This team would have.
Though his point about the pitches is right. This is a much truer and a better pitch than the one you got in New York.
Of course.
So on that pitch, your Twin Towers, and they would have been tougher to face.
They would
than
have.
here.
Engarwa and Muzarabani would have been a handful.
And a Raza and all of them.
Yes, and also Chatara.
I was thinking that in Nassau County, the maximum that a team scored in all the matches, obviously combined, was I think India's 120 only.
That's right. No.
Or did anyone cross 120?
See, you had to wait for the fourth game. I know for a team to cross the 100-run mark. First three matches, the team struggled to get across the 100-run mark.
I think in South Africa's most of the games, the totals were around 80, 100, 105, something like that. But I think India scored the most.
I
in
think
that,
they did, yes.
Despite having a collapse.
They did.
So
Shubham,
there, it would have been interesting to put this team against this bowling attack in Nassau County.
Yes.
But surely more than 30.
No, that's a gross exaggeration.
Yeah.
But you get, again, bhavnaon ka samjho, you get his emotion.
Bahdi mein kya rakha hai?
Shubham Garg is saying, what is your view on Rian cap given by parents?
Yes.
Doesn't it introduce inferiority complex as other players might not have money to sponsor parents?
But well, I mean, there was a lot of talk about Sarfraz as well when he got the cap his father, but I think it's fine. I imagine those parents are the ones that have really worked hard. In a lot of cases, they sacrifice their own dreams for the sake of their kids. So a lot of hard work has gone. And if you are, again, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. Each person looks at it differently. But if he did see the need that his parents can, and if he can afford for his parents to be there, so what's the harm?
This is personal, this thing.
Yeah.
What is the inferiority complex?
Thumbs up to that. I mean, I see no controversy there. Like, either ways, it's fine. It's a moment that needs to be cherished. It's his moment. Whichever is the best way he wants to live that moment.
If he wants to celebrate it with his parents, why not?
It's like your wedding, na. Some people like big celebration, and then there's no point criticizing. It's their wish, they want. Some people like smaller one, very quiet. Then also no point criticizing that. Why is he doing quiet? It's his wedding. He wants to do it quietly. He's enjoying it. And similarly, if they want to do it in a grand way, their wedding, they want to remember it for their lives. You can plan it like that. This goes for Siddharth and Harshit.
Please specify the full name actually.
No, he is married, everyone knows. Because his stories he's narrated. You're married too?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
3 years.
So this only goes to, actually for Siddharth as well.
Indeed, both of us.
No. Why?
Let's
He's
be
not
clear.
interested.
It's Vishwanathan, yeah. Let's be clear, yeah.
Okay. If you say so.
He's not. He's not looking.
You really believe it?
I think.
I know you. I've silenced you in that
What,
sense.
Pawan, please tell us what you say.
Sir is not married in this.
In office.
In office.
He's right.
So of course everyone knows that.
He's the most wanted guy in the office. Yeah, Munda.
Most wanted.
Most wanted.
Wanted or desired?
Matlab, desired.
Wanted is negative.
Right. Yeah, this is not. He's not a
Desired is
criminal.
even more negative.
Really, he's not a criminal. Wanted is in a positive sense. Is what I mean.
Exactly like the luck thing. Yeah. Like the luck thing. It is positive. Wanted positive. Gulati troublemaker as always.
Oh man, I didn't say anything. No,
course.
I just wanted Nikhil to specify the full name. That's it. I didn't say
So that he
anything.
doesn't face any trouble when he goes back home.
We won't take. We have decided we'll call him Gulati.
Yeah. I'm
And
perfect.
You are Sid. So every time I say Siddharth, it is you.
Okay.
So for the audience also to know.
Yep.
So there's no confusion.
Whoever stays in glass houses shouldn't throw stones at others. Remember that.
Let's move on.
Exactly.
Karthik has a comment.
No,
I
you
think-
miss Shubham.
No,
We gave it, no?
Parent
Yeah,
view.
Acha.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So Karthik K has a comment. I think it's for Siddharth Vishwanathan only. That
Labor.
the full form of luck, labor, hard work under corrective knowledge.
Interesting.
Nice one. Interesting, Karthik.
Well done, Karthik.
This is
Pawan,
like
I think Shubham has
Siddharth
one-
level nerdy.
Yeah. It's like hope. Hold on, pain ends.
Really, I didn't know that.
I mean, news also.
See, it's Indian cricket, you know.
That I know. But that's the correct one. Na? These are all made up ones. Like this luck is obviously made up. Na?
Yeah.
Like this hope that he's come up with is also. It's like.
So if South Africa failed, so is it like fail is false appearance, false evidence appearing real? Something was that, yeah.
मेरे
I
लिए तो
don't know.
everything is to me.
Yeah, I got it wrong.
Okay.
False evidence appearing real. Something was that. Fear.
Ah, that's fear.
Yeah, fear.
Failed fear.
Yeah, okay, I got it wrong. Yeah.
No, come again. I have to get confused. Let him give him time.
I was saying that
No, what is the final?
the
thing?
fear. False evidence appearing real.
Acha, fear ka full form.
Full form.
Okay.
IYK.
I wanted to use fail, but I got it wrong.
IYK.
Yeah, apologies. Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I'm saying you have to clarify so we know. Now we know what you're saying.
Yep. Shubham, Sidvi wind was not against SA. Miller hit along with the wind. Surya mentioned it was easy catch, but wind took it close to boundary.
Yes.
Okay. Shubham, did Australia win 2023 World Cup based on luck? As Bumrah bet
Toss
head
had a
on
big
both
factor.
inside and outside edge. On one occasion, ball was just 4 to 5 millimeters away from. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Australia, why I said that I only quoted the 2007 example as being clinical and not on luck. 2003, you had two matches where you needed luck.
South Africa, Super 8 game.
But still, you won by 90 runs here. I know
At one
De Villiers
stage,
was
South
really
Africa
going
was
for it. I
cruising,
know
yeah,
that. But
obviously.
still, I agree. See, it was luck. On any other day, that ball could have very well crashed into off stump. Siddharth say, Oz lucky win 2021 T20 World Cup because toss. Boss Dhanush, you'll be surprised that there's a fair majority who are willing to say that Australia had a lucky T20 World Cup win. Win toss, win match. It's chasing. That's how no team lost while chasing in that T20 World Cup.
Yeah.
So yes, there
At
is.
Dubai.
Yeah, there is a fair bunch of fans who say that. So it's not. So in 2020, India lost due to bad luck and Oz won by luck. Shobhan Sai, khada hu aaj bhi wahi. Simple. That song is there only. That's why you are singing that song for 7 months until June 29th. So Sid, mind you, same Shobhan Sai. Fortune favors the brave. India.
Why are you in such a hurry? When you take one question, allow others also to. So he's going like this. Shubham Sai. So in 2020, Shubham Sai. This is. Go easy. Harshit,
Okay.
do you have anything to say?
I just enjoy when Siddharth is such
In a
He's
rant.
just
In a rant.
when the motor sort of begins.
What do you have to say about
I just
Anush and
wonder
Shobham.
why is it?
Yeah,
why,
I'll go for that
You know,
comment.
the actual thought, because back to back Siddharth this, Siddharth that, clearly, you know, I see where all this is going. The time rather that he made that comment about, you know, India winning on luck, clearly people didn't like that. I just wonder how he conjures up such controversial things every time.
But it is not controversial.
Siddharth, you are in the minority of a minority at times.
Why?
I don't-
I'm living Harshit's life then.
It is.
And now I know how it feels to be Harshit Ahuja.
It is. I'm in part of a good minority.
No.
You find yourself a minority, which I don't know, which is.
You support Delhi Capitals. Enough said. Minority of a minority.
But I don't bring in luck and this and that when my team's actually doing good.
You wear a cap.
So
That's
should
it.
I start wearing a hat?
Yeah. Better luck for you.
What is wrong with a cap?
is,
He wears a cap. You often criticize, you know, what fan is he here? He wears a cap, he puts a flag at half mast. What needs to be done then?
Half mast यहाँ पूरा झंडा लगा दूँ मैं.
Paint it blue.
he's at least a fan, Siddharth. You are a fan
I'm a
who gave up on
detached
your team.
I at least got much more license to criticize. As I said, MS Dhoni.
Fans, no
I don't
one
even
has.
know whether you're a fan or not.
Whatever.
No, he was a fan at one point.
I was. Until 2023, I was. Of course.
Dancing. No, then he.
No, at that time, see, the lungi, this thing I wore to give Pongal celebrations.
Now he's accepting that he's a fan. This is also a U-turn. Because some time ago he used to say, I was never a fan. Remember?
We
you know
forced
how
him to
many-
become a fan.
So how many
Yeah.
U-turns he's done? He started with, he's a CSK fan. Then reached a stage where he said, I'm not CSK fan. Then we reminded him that, but you used to be a fan. He said, no, I was never a fan. Now to a stage, I'm not a fan, but I used to be a fan.
Social media
So
doesn't forget.
there are 4 different.
I live in India, na U-turns बहुत होते हैं इधर.
Okay, so Shobhan Sai has a comment. Said, don't know who is he referring to.
Me.
But mind you, fortune favors the brave. India were brave enough on the final. Then essay, as simple as that. I think you can't really always talk
Nothing more
about the
to
fact
add.
that injury time was a bit of luck that India needed. Hardik Pandya was probably brave enough to bowl that slower ball because nothing was working against Henrik Klaasen. That ball could have gone for 6, but then India got that wicket and things turned from
I
there.
tell you one thing, even, see, this is an interesting thing. There are a lot of, see, that's the turning point.
Yeah,
But a lot of
absolutely.
people are saying that was lucky, wasn't, right? And 2 people, while I was coming in the flight, we did speak about it. So I, for example, spoke to Ambati Raidu first on that, and he said that, you are doing a lot of disservice to say that was a lucky delivery. That was the perfect delivery to have been bowled on that situation. It wasn't an innocuous looking ball that many thought. Because of the form that he was showing, that slow ball that he bowls is the one that resulted in that on the wicket. Even Yuzi Chahal, I spoke to him, and Yuzi had a very interesting thing. He said that was a perfect ball to bowl because I said, but it's outside the off stump, could have left it. He said no. He says, if you see my own wickets, and he gave an example, he said, you'll see my majority wickets are on a ball wide outside the off stump. I'm a leg spinner. I'm not supposed to be bowling there. My wickets are there. And I know that that's the way. So if you think that Hardik got lucky by bowling that's not the case. He knew exactly that. So, why, again, it's a very interesting, he said, why he got that wicket? And he could have only got that wicket for Klaasen and not anybody else.
Good point, yeah.
Why? Because Klaasen was the man in form. A newer man, if you bowl that delivery, wouldn't have touched it. When you are in the form that you are like Klaasen, I am smacking this one also. I am batting on a different level, I'm smacking it. He said that's where the bowler needs to play with the ego of the batter, and he did it perfectly. He knew if he bowled him a good delivery, he was dispatching it out into the stand. He needed to bowl him a wide outside the off stump delivery because that would give him false sense of confidence. Without moving his feet, Klaasen would have said, "Ye to chakka hi ja raha hai," and that's where he gets out. So it's anything but luck.
I would say, in fact, it was down to a lot of skill and homework also, because I will just go back to the match between Hyderabad and KKR. Remember, Hyderabad had almost taken that match away as well. If it weren't for a Harshit Rana cutter. That is
And
what
that
changed
Suyash Sharma
and
catch.
exact and that Suyash Sharma catch as well. So see, maybe you realized as well that a cutter is something in such situations he'd hit top
And
gear
a wide cutter.
and a wide cutter that you make him reach out, bowl him a cutter. It worked. It worked for a team just 2 months back.
Something different against Klassen. Nothing was working obviously against
Yeah.
the Pacers or that Akshar Patel over that I think costed 24 runs. So yeah, it's absolutely, there's no luck involved in it.
Yeah, so that you can also have a say.
I mean, I already gave that discussion that yes. See,
No, on that comment.
I did. I will comment on the fact that see, it was the perfect day knowing Klassen. He's never finished a game.
No, Sobham's comment.
That fortune favors the brave.
That
Again, look, how brave.
since that question was addressed to you.
Because see,
And unlike you, I'm not going to move out since 3 of us have answered, and you should also get a chance.
I mean, nothing more to add. MS Dhoni like.
Very good answer. Very good.
MS Dhoni like.
Okay, Sara is saying that Kohli 128 strike rate final man of the match is ultimate slap on. Hey, yeah, but don't use.
Ouch.
such.
Yeah.
He hasn't apologized yet for 2 months of IPL harassment.
What did you do?
Today he has nowhere to hide.
Why, my jaw is aching from all the
What
slaps
did
here.
you do during the
But how do you know?
IPL?
What I loved about it, that the previous question where he said Sid, to that Gulati said we don't know which Sid he is referring to. This one is also written Sid, but he has made up his mind that this is this. Sid.
Because I wasn't here during the IPL. So I'm right. No, I'm not preconceiving anything. Yeah,
You are.
I wasn't
This
here
Sid
during
does
the
not
IPL.
suit me. So this is not me Sid.
I came on the day of eliminator.
Yeah.
As simple
So
as
maybe he's talking about since that time. Maybe he's talking about from eliminator onward.
From eliminator, did it take 2 months for the IPL to finish? I haven't been here for 2 months. It's just been a month.
I know. See, to answer that question, my jaw is
No, but
paining.
just to set the record straight, every time there is Sid, we know it is him.
Yeah. He's Gulati.
Yeah.
He's Gulati. So my jaw is aching from all the slaps here. Baksh do mujhe, please. And where was I hiding? I don't hide. Whatever is there is there. Whatever you want to do, do. But my jaw is aching, please. Ouch. Karthik K from the US saying, Nick, I was in New York hoping to meet Viknik on July 1st. Had faith India would win and booked my hotel in Manhattan. Glad you guys were safe in midst of Hurricane
Hey,
Beryl.
Karthik, apologies. We had all the plans, we were going to come to New York. We had decided to stay there for a few days and then do the meeting. But because of the hurricane, we were getting no flights out. And kind enough of the Indian team and the BCCI to have got us back safe and sound to India, which meant that our US leg could not happen. So sorry for you having traveled to New York and booked your hotel. But under normal circumstances, we would have definitely had. These were not normal circumstances. Yeah.
Shoban Sai, I think it's addressed to you.
Okay, he's saying to correct, Sarfraz cap was not given by his father. It was Anil Kumble's father. Yeah.
That's what-
I'm saying there was a debate that should the family have been there
On the sideline.
On the sideline. That debate. I knew that it was given.
He missed the bhavna.
Even in case
Bhavna how can he samajh raha?
even in case of Virat Kohli, his spouse was there.
100
When he
cap.
was
100
representing
cap,
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm saying it's a special moment for each of those guys. So let them decide what they want to do on that occasion, right?
Exactly.
Okay, couple of quick comments. Priyanshu says, good reality check for youngsters. Will come back stronger. Just need to respect conditions. एक था जो रन चेस कर देता था. Okay, the punch comes in the end. We already discussed that. Raj Gupta says, but everything was fairy tale in Barbados. Dravid Singh, future of VK, saying last game he will play how he knew future than he did last game and then retire. What does that mean?
I think retiring on the ultimate high. I think.
But now Virat has said that he had already decided that was going to be his
Yeah.
last game. It wasn't a last, impromptu.
Yeah, he did
And
mention even in the
It wasn't
market day.
going to be result oriented, is what he said.
Yeah. He had said. It's just that it just made it special that day.
Yeah, I mean, few Indian players had a chance to go out on the ultimate of highs.
Yeah.
Because I think even the great Kapil Dev never went out on a high. I think.
Yeah. A lot of players. I mean,
Sunil Gavaskar also.
your favorite MS.
Yeah, he never went out on a high. I mean, that was the pall of gloom in 2019.
In fact, you see, I mean, the only
Sachin
time
ball.
I'll agree, I mean, look at 2015 wasn't great for MS. That game. 2019, again.
Yes.
really didn't turn out the way that he would
2017
want to.
Champions Trophy final also, probably.
Yeah.
2017?
Champions Trophy.
Champions Trophy
Yeah,
final.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think only Tendulkar got the best send
It was
off.
a national event.
Yeah.
It was a national event.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, on that note, we'll call it a night.
Yes. Tomorrow.
You guys have a good Saturday.
Yeah.
Take care.
Tomorrow we are back for the second T20I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the schedule: Saturday, Sunday, first, second, third,
Wednesday.
Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, fourth.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Evenly distributed.
Yep. You guys take care. Good night. Bye bye. Shabba khair. Shubh Ratri. Eat your vegetables.
Don't trouble your mother. And your new edition. New edition.
And क्या? Subscribe to.
Arey,
क्या था?
junk food.
And don't eat junk food. Yeah.
Ah.
No, that is not
वहाँ
a
क्या?
good
That
suggestion.
should be said to
Half
you.
of us always do
So
that.
that you don't come back to
Stopped.
that.
I've stopped.
So that there's no relapse.
कल बड़ा-
Even in the most toughest of tough circumstances, when we are facing 2 Category 5 hurricanes on July 4th, I still didn't go back to that. Understood?
Who was having the deep fried vada last evening?
So what? I'm allowed one meal. One meal at least. And by the
No
way,
chance. You just said Hurricane 5. पता नहीं.
yeah,
I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna
2
eat that
Category
now.
5 Delhi leg of celebrations, Mumbai leg of celebrations.
Again, the only
That was like 2 Category 5 hurricanes. that
For
was.
the first time in 1 month, I am asking for help. If anything happens to me, then please help. Okay, yeah, I'm just asking.
See,
I think he'll soon get onto that joke.
by the way,
What is the procedure to change the calling?
that Harshit, you do it on a frequent basis, I know. That petition has been done a lot of times upstairs.
I've been saying
I
that
asked Nikhil, but
the time
Nikhil's
that I
fine.
came.
You did that?
Arey,
I asked Nikhil
out in
once,
the
can I
open.
do it, but he refused.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No, we can't do it. It's been 9 years now.
I've been asking for 1 year, but it's not happened. Yeah.
No, 9 years of us, working together. Yeah.
9 years. This triumvirate here is 9 years, by the way.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, Gulati also same.
Now we were in the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
company, way back in 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay. Bye bye. Take care. Good night.
अरे बिल कहाँ है?
बिल तो नीचे पड़े हैं.
Yeah.